It's very good words to describe her apartment. It's probably small. It's very clear that a halfling lives here. Though thankfully there are some slightly larger chairs that you can take a seat in around the small, probably like more of a coffee table than anything, marked and pocked with use, maybe spilt drinks, what looks like maybe even burns, as she stays at the door for a couple of seconds to just put up a few of the locks, not all of them. You know, you're presumably going to leave at some point tonight, as she comes back. I'm afraid I don't have the kettle on already, but could I get any of you anything to drink for all of you?
Uh, it's tea. It'd be good.
Do you have any fizzy wizzy stuff?
Um, I can certainly check.
He grins, sits down on the floor next to the coffee table.
Do you both?
Do you have a ham hock?
It's not drink.
It is the wolf.
Always kind of looking back and forth, confused at this entire situation. He's not too sure why he was brought to meet Aaron's mum, though he's smiling awkwardly.
It's like that time where like you enter your friend's house, but you weren't expecting to enter your friend's house, so you just kind of like sit very still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll get some tea then. She putters about a small kitchen. Aaron, it's almost a bit like home, but missing the elements that you're familiar to. Obviously, your father was. Hmm?
Added a whole new level of clutter to it. Yeah.
Yeah, like for every single person who's like Aaron inside the place, it just eventually becomes like fucking one of those TV shows where we go into a house and it's like a hoarder lives here. Just knickknacks and paddywhacks and everything all over the place.
Except organized.
Yeah, your mother is easily a order less organized than both you and your father, as you can see what looks like depleted wands on bookshelves, uh, half read tomes on arcane theory lying about, as well as just general tools and such.
We've been really busy. I won the competition for who could get the most coins.
Ipos came second.
You hear like a small laugh from the kitchen. I can't say I'm surprised. You always were an overachiever.
You also saved the headmistress from terrible to horror bird of evil. I don't know what to call it. Cordia.
Ipos helped that too.
I She comes back through with a tray, a small kettle on it, and numerous cups, and what looks like a bottle of some strange amber liquid. I heard about that too. I wasn't quite happy with what happened there, but she kind of gives you a look over. She looks at your friends. Doing okay?
Eh, yeah, I guess. Got a few nightmares, but working on it.
Erin doing great. She stronger than she think. Just scary things happen. But she has friends. She worked through.
And now I kind of shoved myself into another problem.
I suppose it's family tradition. She sets out the tea and
How
gives.
to put
Hmm?
this? I found the alchemist?
Like proper noun.
Proper noun.
I don't know. Okay. I feel like there's probably somewhere else you'd just start before that.
Uh, Problem is he's currently dying.
Hmm. She doesn't look quite too bothered by that. Okay. I mean, we all gotta go eventually.
I'd rather him not be turned into necromantic zombie things.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a lot worse. You probably. I feel like. Aaron, please.
I know, that's why I'm here. And also, I feel really bad.
About look. I mean, preferably this is the sort of talk I'd prefer to have between the two of us and not in front of your friends. But I don't blame you for how you acted. I don't blame. I hope you don't blame me for how I acted.
I don't, in hindsight, it probably was the best choice you had.
I mean, she slouches down in her seat. Everything sucked?
Yeah, everything sucked.
Everything sucked.
Everything sucks.
Yeah.
And it is currently sucking, but
I mean, I was hoping it was going to be marginally better over here and not in Silver Spire.
oh, it sucks less, but it still sucks.
I suppose it's just a different sort of suckage.
Yeah, certainly less i- uncontrollable threat of death, more controllable threat of death.
You've at least been, you know, I suppose you've been dragged into a big. Well, yes, you said yourself you've been dragged into sort of a big mess. Are you? She kind of looks to you, Epos move. Are you taking care of yourself? You eating fine? Sleeping?
Oh
Beyond
God, I have been
nightmares?
eating more than I have in the past 12 years because of this big meathead. He just cooks everything and just keeps giving me food.
Will grin sheepishly.
Erin never sleeps. She just work all night.
I sleep,
Not enough.
try to avoid it, but I'm making do. Working on it.
Well, I'm glad you've made friends.
Yeah, I've actually surprisingly have a lot of friends. Um, yeah, it was a bit of a kind of stumbled into them, but it worked.
It doesn't matter how you make friends as long as they're good ones, which she kind of. You've certain. No
He's,
offense to you,
he's made out of
Epos.
plants and he's made out of lightning, so it works.
I mean, it's certainly not the oddest group I've seen in here, but it's. I'd rate it up there. I've
Yeah,
never
yeah.
personally really talked to a kobold before.
We
Hi.
got big teeth.
Wait, am I?
It must not have biggest teeth.
Got very large teeth.
He grins. Big toothy grin.
But Maria just
Really
kind
not.
of looks.
All with
So,
no concern. It's odd.
well, it's more that you're the most normal person here, or normal looking person, I suppose, after apparently you're made of plants, which kind of makes you an oddity in itself.
When everything around you is weird, being normal is weird.
As Wolf considers that for a moment, sitting next to his giant hammer.
Did you pick with? Okay.
Hey, Wolf just dragged here. He didn't have time to drop off his hammer.
Yeah, Ipos would
That's
technically
fair.
be sitting there with his, like, spine staff as well.
Admittedly, Aaron's mother, despite it being late, she still has like harnesses on her sides with numerous wands equipped, so you're not entirely out of place here.
Yeah, but she's paranoid as fuck.
Yeah, everyone in the Silverwick family packs heat all the time.
The kind of family that would sleep with wands under their pillows.
She do. Okay. However, the main reason I came here now of all times, other than the apology, which I am again very sorry,
It's fine, please.
was the necromancer dude doesn't realize he's tearing apart the alchemist as a person soul, and he's pursuing someone who's in a different plane. I don't suppose if you knew if my father had any very detailed notes on planar boundaries.
Can I tell you something, Aaron?
Yeah.
I I went into your father's workspace once. And I don't think I really ever went in again. He had so much. And no offense, but I'm a girl. I've got my wands. I love that. There's some other stuff I'm interested to, but your father, he had ideals, dreams, I suppose, big dreams, and it was all sort of daunting.
Yeah, I kept myself personally to sort of his general workshop. I never really went into his specialty stuff either. I mean, it
But
was dreadfully interesting, but I, kind of worried about touching the wrong thing and then suddenly being disintegrated. Yeah, I went in there. I peaked, but threat of disintegration.
yeah, not a good idea to touch something that you don't understand how it works.
Yeah, that's kind of my shtick. Yeah,
It, at this point, Ipos was probably reaching towards something. He has no idea how it works, but he sort of snaps back and pulls his hand away.
yeah, threat of disintegration. Yeah. Um, I know he has done work on it. I was tempted to solve this issue. I kind of need more details on planar boundaries. I don't know enough. I was wondering if you knew if he had any notebooks, but if you don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to go in there and look.
I mean, he made Rusty, didn't he? He
Yeah,
has to have something.
yeah. Okay. Mostly, I don't know if you know much about the history of this school. The main reason I'm doing this is the previous school before this one disappeared.
I
The
know.
necromancer dude's from that timeline, and he's trying to get back to people who are also trapped there.
Trapped right now?
From what I can tell, I I don't know entirely, but it seems like he is trying to get to that access of like some pocket dimension.
So, okay. I guess there's in my mind at least, there's 3 questions you'd asked, or answered rather. How did he get out? Because if someone gets out, there's presumably a way in.
Correct. We know of a few people who have left. There was a witch who left that Ippos was studying, who was speaking tongues and was burned at the stake. We don't have much on that lead, but it seems like they've
Hippos not think she
been
was a witch.
tried as a witch, but yeah. It seems like they have a way of leaving every so often. It seems to be like this big, event thing where it's a lot of effort, so they can't send everybody out. So I think this is just I think their most recent attempt.
She kind
So
of.
he developed a spell to notice breaks in planar boundaries, even if they're closed. So that's a lead, at least.
Have you got it with you?
Yeah, Erin says as she pulls out a notebook and holds up the spell.
She kind of like motions for you to hand it to her.
Yep.
Now, I'm afraid of. Conjuration is not my forte. She reads for Rin. But she pulls a wand from her side, drawing the rune in the air. Oh, okay.
The efficiency of the spell could be leaves much to be desired, but
Yeah, I
it
can.
works.
So he's looking very well slowly, I suppose, if he's using this.
Yeah. And not only that is he only developed the spell 2 weeks ago, from what I can tell.
She cancels out the spell. Well, certainly using old, like foundational magic. Certainly not something you'd probably find nowadays. Obviously, you said this, you know, kind of garbage.
Yeah, kind of garbage.
Kind of garbage.
If I had time, I could improve it, I think, but I don't have that because, yeah. Um, I guess our next point would be why he's doing this, and from what I can tell, he's trying to get back to a person in particular. That's why he can locate people with a spell.
I mean, if he's from this previous school, there was. She kind of mentally counts stuff in her head. Maybe 200 odd people sucked away in the middle in a night.
Yeah,
It could be he wants to get all of them out, or it could be he just wants to find people dear to him.
he's referenced a specific person in his notebooks. Beyond that, I don't know.
I mean, if they went to school together, chances are we did care about each other.
Probably. And then the problem is once he finds the closed portal, he won't have a way of opening it. So,
Yeah, that's one of the other major questions is what lengths will he go to open it?
from what I can tell, he's been practicing necromancy and ripping apart the alchemist's soul to produce undead. So, quite far.
This is a lot over my pay grade.
It's a lot over my pay grade.
I suppose you're not being
Wait, are we
paid, so
Yes, Wolf, we're being paid. We
I'm paid.
literally have a contract to, apprehend him.
I've not done much towards that.
Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, this is above our pay. Yeah.
Is this the point where you ask for a raise?
Oh God, I would love to, but yeah.
How can I help? Or what do you think I can help with? I mean, I could, she kind of gestures to the glyph, try and make it better. Do you think it's. I mean, if the school was sucked away, this is the school. Where else would the door be but here?
Exactly. Um, Problem is, bit of an outcast. Probably doesn't, necromancy, not the greatest kind of person to, you know, integrate with the general populace.
I mean,
Part,
there's necromancers here.
yeah, but he's a black evil necromancer, like kind of lacks a face level of necromancy.
He's not evil. He just
He does like.
has issues.
He does lack a face.
I mean, I don't say out of character. He does have a face. It's just he's using a spell to hide it.
From Wolf's perspective, he's lacking a face.
He lacks
That's
a
fair.
face.
Still want to fix your people though.
Remind you, knows absolutely nothing about magic.
That's fair.
Yeah, lacks a face. So not the greatest for, integrating with the general populace.
Which means if he's looking about here, he's doing it when people would not be about.
Yes, he does seem to have a giant flying necromantic golem thing that he rides on.
And we
Hey,
have
I'll have you know that Aaron actually knows the name of that thing. I mean,
We
The necrocraft thing named Beast, apparently. I don't know why it has a name.
inventive.
It's not very creative. Yeah.
Everything need a name, or you'd not know when you talk to it.
I mean,
You
can't
just
argue with
point
that
at
logic.
it.
Yeah, but what if
What-
it's not there?
Oh, that's fair.
Or if it not looking at you, it'd not know you're pointing.
Hey, you, dude, bro.
That just
on, man.
rude. That rude.
It's fair. All right. Yeah. If you're willing to help, improving the spell to have a greater efficiency for range could give us the potential of actually getting to where he's trying to go before him.
Either that or, well, I do maintenance here. I could check all over.
I mean, actually, yeah, if you're capable of casting the spell, checking the main campus for something would work. If you want to locate the boundary, I could work on finding a way of opening the portal.
I think. Do you want to open it? Something sucked. I mean,
Look, there's I've made a lot of friends. Most of my friends, via vote, have decided that they don't want to kill this Dominic dude, despite him being a black necromancer. They say it's like a hobby, or he's got like multi-personality disorder, and he doesn't realize he's doing it. So they want to
those are
solve
two
that
very
issue.
different things.
I know, and I know I'm personally just for apprehending him than dealing with the situation as it arises. But apparently, we're solving the problem for him. So portal, I guess.
Okay then. Yeah, when
Yeah.
I do my rounds, I'll keep an eye out. I suppose. Shouldn't be too hard.
Wait, Ippos,
Yes?
do you remember where that lady appeared?
Uh, it was where old school was.
Yeah, do you know a specific place?
I presume, JMac, that in the case study it would have at least a general area of where she appeared.
Let me check. Da, da, da.
Or in, during his investigation, it would have been, oh, it's, a mile over there or something.
You definitely. I think. Okay, yeah, you would have found out because it's in the base thing. It was just mentioned in the ruins of the old academy. She was surrounded by it, or where we think she, came from. There were several piles of gore and strange artifacts.
Yeah, she just came where old academy was, so if we go where that was, then that's where she came.
Ippos, that's this campus.
No?
It technically is this campus, but one very specific part of the campus.
Well, no, but yeah, it not all campus, it just that corner points.
At least it reduces it down to a quadrant. Oh, okay. That makes things easier. At least. Now I just have to open a fucking portal. Yeah, because that's easy. Alright.
That is not easy, especially when you don't know what the portal is.
I mean, I've already opened a portal. So.
What? When?
Oh, I invented something. Aaron pulls out a giant fucking amethyst, and then does a few adjustment of the runes on it, gives it a rotate, and it splits apart into the 6 separate pieces with a small black circle in the middle, and then it closes up again immediately. I've been working, I guess. It's just a small thing, but I mean, if I have enough power, I could just make it large scale, and hopefully it won't explode.
That sounds like a big hopefully.
Yeah, I made this out of crystal because it's really hard and really strong and resist exploding fairly well. So if I'm going to be opening a portal, I'm going to need to make something strong.
Yeah. Preferably do not blow up the school.
I'll try. Well, at least I'll try not to rip another school into another dimension.
I'll I'll focus on finding the entrance first, and then we can maybe judge if that's a good idea or not.
Yeah.
She kind of looks at, because yeah,
At least we can do it small scale. Actually, I had an idea. It still involves me having to go through my father's stuff, but I do have an idea.
oh,
Um, right. I'm sorry. I connected to this portal device is a construct that I can open a portal to and call it back to me. So if we find a portal where this person is, we could just throw the construct through it, and that's much smaller than a person. And it doesn't risk the possibility of being lost in time.
or exploding as we cross a planar boundary that isn't suitable to
Or
us.
turning into gore like the people around the said to be witch. Don't want to end up like that wizard with his head behind the snow cone machine. That was not. That was an interesting family trip, I'll say.
I was trying to forget that, but yes.
It's hard to forget.
I mean, I was almost there.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
almost there.
What's the snow cone machine?
Right. Yeah, I need to make you a snow cone at some point. I have a freezer, so I just needed to crank that up for a little bit. I can do that. Yeah. Yeah. We'll have a snow cone tomorrow. I think I can do that. Think.
Not to be a bit pushy, but it's getting late.
Right. I'm sorry. Yeah. Again, sorry.
It's
Really
s-
didn't mean
you
it.
don't need to apologize. We
I
both said things, done things we regretted in the moment, and does
suppose
it
you
matter
did.
now?
I suppose you did technically trick me a little bit and took me to an adventurer's school when you said you was going to be going to a math academy.
I mean, you've done math.
Not as much as I would have liked. Mostly it has been spent killing giant monsters and aberrations, but I suppose I have learned a lot about math during that time. You know,
Glad to hear.
trajectories and throwing bombs that I have developed. It's been interesting.
She just kind of smiles and looks at you.
And I've made friends like this giant meat sack of a man next to me who protects me from being wounded. It's great. He's truly fantastic at that.
And Ipos friend.
Yeah, you make sure things explode before they reach me. It's great.
Things explode a lot with Hippos around.
And make
Yeah.
sure you go see Mom.
And make sure I go see my mother. Yes.
Ipos best friend.
I'm glad to see you've got people who support you, and I hope you support them too.
I try. Yeah, I try.
That's all you can do.
Yeah. Thanks. Sorry it took me this long to talk to you, but well,
It's time's never a bad thing.
yeah, I guess.
I'm just glad you came.
Yeah. Thanks for helping out.
Yeah.
It's been a lot lately, and it's a lot of stress and trying to figure things out.
And what's a mother for? If not
Yeah.
to find strange rips and planar boundaries to
And
forgotten schools.
and save leaders of governments and companies. Bright side, it is the alchemist, maybe a lot of money. Maybe we can get out of debt. That'd be nice.
Roll me a sense motive.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 15.
And if you're very lucky,
Hey, 15
unfortunately,
isn't bad.
Unfortunately, my mother's a rogue and has charisma.
your mother's completely specked into fainting.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing: she only succeeded by one,
Wow.
as your mother is she rolled low.
Maybe familial bond bonus? Like I know my
Sure,
mother?
that's fair.
Hey.
Aaron, you're well aware of the facade that your mother can put up. Her face is, plain and serene as the ocean, but inside she's maybe even cringing a little.
Yeah. There's
She does not look hopeful.
yeah. I'll see what can be worked out. Some of my friends already pissed him off, so
From what I've heard, it's not exactly hard.
yeah. Well, he can't do anything right now. He's kind of a ghost, so
Small bright side.
yeah. Maybe if he's really pissed off, we could just leave him there. It'd be great. But I'd rather try to save him. Being a ghost, from what I can tell, sucks. Well, yeah, right. I'm sorry. Erin looks down at her tea that she didn't drink. I'm gonna let you get some bed time.
Some bedtime.
Bedtime, yeah. I need
Bedtime.
some bedtime.
I think you do.
Thanks, Mom. I'm gonna go. Bye.
It's no problem. Feel free to visit anytime.
Right, and same. I'm in the one dorm at top floor, third, fourth room down.
Ipos,
And-
make sure Erin come back see you soon.
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, moral compass.
He
Certainly
grins.
not how I'd have expected for your moral compass, Aaron.
It's a sickening level of plucky.
Ipos do good job.
You have. Okay. She unlocks multiple of the locks to let you out.
But Ipos drinks Erin's drink while she's undoing the locks.
Oh yeah, Ipos, your drink. It's got this weird, almost tangy flavor to it, but it's also, you've probably drank sap before. It's kind of like sap. There's like a thickness to it.
Yeah, he drinks that as well. He likes it. He likes them both. But the sappy drink's better.
Right. God, I don't want to do this. We're not getting bed, by the way. I'm gonna need Alana and Wolf and Silas, as much as I don't want to, because he's just gonna see the fucking benefits of everything in that room, and we need to be on a very focused task. And you, Ippos, but make sure you don't touch anything. You know how dangerous my stuff is? Double it. Maybe triple. Maybe quadruple.
So you say lot of fun.
Don't. Ippos, seriously, you'll die.
Yeah, Ipos died before. It's not that bad.
No, dude. Like, not like normal death, like advanced death. Like advanced, I've been turned to dust. Turned ground into paste by the various machines and gears and cogs and lightning and acid and death around me. But remember, head behind.
There's a complete look of not understanding, but just nodding along.
Ippos, I will not let you in that room unless you promise me. Promise me.
Ipos promise, Ipos try.
Pinky promise. Aaron holds out a hand with pinky.
He looks thoroughly confused at that.
Shake pinkies. They're like, it's a type of guaranteeing promise. It's binding. Truly binding. I know how Fae like their binding promises.
He still looks confused, looks down at his own hand, and then sort of copies the motion and Pinky shakes.
Okay.
It's not really a kobold thing, Pinky swearing.
It's a halfling thing.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's a cultural thing. I don't know, do kobolds have a oath of promise? Because I'll do that too.
They probably do. I didn't think of one, so yeah, we'll do that as well.
Okay. I think it's going to be a little bit more complicated. I will have to substitute Rusty's tail for mine.
Oddly
tail
enough,
chain, there we go.
my first thought was a tail thing as well.
There we go. All right, there we go. Okay, cool. Let's go get the group.
You want to finally head to your father's vault?
I would like to grab the rest of the party
Okay.
and then
I
go to
mean-
my father's vault.
Unless Alana or Silas has any plans to run away from the dorm while you're gone.
I mean, she has no plans, but she wanted to go find the best person to talk to about magical multiple personality disorder.
It's a bit late. That's the main
She's still
thing.
gonna look into finding out who she needs to talk to. Doesn't mean she has to go talk to him now.
Fair
Just
enough.
who must I go track down at a later point? TM.
Tim, who would you go for? No offense to... Well, there's no offense here. Magical multiple personality is very niche, to say the least. As Alana probably reads for the campus directory for teachers. I mean, you could always go see the Master of Disguise, Professor Hakura, but that's more of a mundane thing.
Hmm.
But otherwise, there's nobody really specifically who'd be good for that.
I guess she's in criminal ethics, so she might go, oh yes, vigilantes. I could see her working more for that, honestly. I guess that'll be the person Lana will go talk to at some point. That's all I really wanted.
Fair enough. I believe you might know something even if they're not necessarily versed in magic. Silas doing anything?
Nothing really. He expended he used up a lot of energy talking with the Audric and the Alchemist, more than he expected. And so he
Fair.
just wants to go take a bath and relax for a bit.
I do want to remind you, you promised both to psychometry the nut.
Yes,
some point.
Yeah.
The nut of destiny.
You know what? He can do that, in the bath.
In the bath?
Yes, shut up.
Oh, Mystic Nut. Exfoliate.
It turns out the nut's a bath bomb.
He has his Harry Potter moment of just sinking under the water with the nut. Tell me your secrets.
Yeah, exactly.
Blows his ears off.
I don't have any of my phrenic pool left. I think I've used up all of my... Yeah, I've used up all my self-assurance.
Remember, it's a secret rule. You just have to tell me the bonus.
Yeah, that's why I'm looking through, see what bonuses I have. And it's just an appraise, right?
Yes.
Okay, then plus 10.
Okay, here we go. I emoji.
Damn it, J-Mac.
And that wasn't necessarily what Aaron said, but it's just I emoji in general.
Mhm.
Silas, you...
Also, can we please note from one of Tinder's characters has become a moral compass?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, you're all thoroughly fucked.
Normally it's me. No, it's Tinder.
Celia was a moral compass. She just only pointed
It's
towards
true.
the bottom.
Only
Celia
down.
was the moral compass of law. And order, at least.
Celia was the big sister. Is like, if you fucking do anything in this house, I'm going to
Yeah.
kill you.
Yeah,
she wasn't.
was.
She wasn't like that.
No, she wasn't like that.
She was more the big sister who was like, "Are you ever going to do something with your fucking life? Something
also
useful?"
tired, just absolutely tired of your shit.
Yeah, all you do is piss us around every fucking day. I am tired of it. Go get a fucking job.
Oh, God.
Silas, the bath almost helps you think, just a little bit.
Uh-huh.
There's a certain sort of serenity that comes from taking a bath. As you fall deeper and deeper into a vision, slowly, budding flowers appear in your eyes, in your line of sight, as you find yourself in a field of flowers.
Yeah, this should have been expected, looking into the emotional states of a nut. Oh,
Silas, the fields are vast, almost endless.
this is a bit more real than normal.
Hold on.
Says as he pokes his hand real quick.
It certainly feels a lot more real as you can kind of scuff a flower and a little burst of pollen drifts into the wind.
Can't do the dream thing of pushing your finger through your hand.
No, you
Hmm.
just push your finger into your hand, but not through your hand. You look a bit like an idiot.
To whom?
Good question. What was her fucking name? Where is she?
Oh God, it's here.
Silas, thankfully curiosity is still at your neck, but as you are attempting your usual exercises of, making sure this is a dream, attempting lucid state, a head suddenly pops out from a bowl of flowers.
You didn't say anything.
A small
That's
girl,
cute.
her hair covered in leaves, it seems.
Hello. Goodbye.
She pops it closer to you.
You're approaching me, yes. I really hope that is your only means of locomotion, because otherwise it's a bit...
She,
No, it is not.
properly stands up. Thankfully, her body is covered in modesty flowers. But she looks
Hooray.
at you, circling you. You're not who I'm waiting for.
No, I don't think I am. I was most likely asked by him to check
Oh?
this out.
Oh?
Are you waiting on a short, stocky, very strong person?
I have no idea, but I don't want to see him.
Ah,
She seems to be looking not quite at you, but at something around you.
are you examining my aura?
No, you have a floaty thingy.
Yes. Yes, I do.
I can feel him there.
Yes, I do. Silas will just tap the back of his neck.
She just kind of reaches a hand out to grab the ion star.
No. Silas will wave her hand
Yes.
away. Do not.
Why not?
Because it is not yours.
It's only gonna borrow it.
And this is
my
whenever man.
chosen.
Your chosen is likely connected through it via an empathic link, though I am uncertain of if we would be able to activate. Feel that right now. Silas says as he just sort of mentally goes through and checks the links to the Ion Star.
You can certainly feel everyone's there on campus, their various emotions. Probably Wolf's awkwardness at kind of sitting in the middle of this tea meeting. I
There we
don't
go.
know, how would Wolf be feeling, I suppose?
Yeah, I think restless and confused. Those are the signals being sent down Wolf's line.
Please don't start tripping balls in front of my mother.
It's okay, this is the real reason why Wolf was quiet.
Yeah, you're right. Hello?
Hello.
Yeah,
Can you hear me answer or not?
Yeah. He said, awkward and kind of confused.
Very restless.
Restless. Silas, she starts to put a finger in your ear.
Excuse you, he says as he reaches a hand up and pushes her hand away.
Oh, I could get him for there.
Do not. There is no need. I am not resisting you, other than your very strange intrusions on my body and or my possessions.
And you'll let me go for your ear?
No.
No.
No. That falls under strange protrusions into my body.
So you're saying if I have to meet my chosen, I have to do it not for your...
Yes. You will have to meet your chosen through whenever he is able to interface with this. Gods above, you are a petulant one.
She just continues doing that.
You are an incredibly petulant one. Look, I'm here because I was asked to examine this nut. Which I assume this is a mindscape inside of that nut.
Not really, no.
Oh.
It's more like... She taps a finger against her cheek. That is me, but it's not me. Silas, roll me perception.
Okay.
She's very clearly trying to angle to put her finger in your ear again.
He says as he reaches a hand up again and slowly pushes her hand away. Please do not attempt that again. You do not seem hostile and you do not seem to have ill intent. So I'm trying to be patient here.
Attack him. Attack him. Do it.
So, who are you?
I'm Calamile.
You say that as if I should know the name.
Do you not?
I do not.
Silas indeed does not. You humans know nothing.
That
Come
is a
on.
very general term.
Come
General way of saying
on.
it. No.
Let me meet my chosen.
No. You will meet your chosen whenever they arrive here. Is that not what is supposed to happen anyway?
I don't think there's any rules. At least I didn't make any.
Interesting. Well, what is your chosen supposed to do?
I think that's up to him in the end.
Good. I like. How is your chosen supposed to meet you? And what does it have to do with the nut that I was examining psychically?
That's me.
So that is you.
Kinda. I made it.
Right. I think I remember Wolf stating something about a dryad or whomever it was. I assume you are a dryad then?
Uh-huh. You're a human.
I am, yes.
She sniffs. A weird one.
That is a matter of perspective. The last dryad I met did not think it was so weird. Either way, this has been a fascinating venture, but I do believe I will be getting back to what I was doing and returning this nut to its owner.
She just casually drifts up into the air. Tell him to come meet me.
I will do my best. Toodaloo.
So as you stop connecting, or begin to stop connecting, she charges you. She's got to try and put her finger in your ear one last time.
Well, guess what? Curiosity.
You
Curiosity moves
just like
onto my ear.
he just like appears out of nowhere and blocks her, and she goes, "Not fair!" As the connection cuts off.
Thank you for that curiosity. Well, interesting. Let's finish up here and go return this to Wolf.
Just had to let her put her finger in your ear. Is that hard?
No, she will not. Silas has let far too many people touch him without his
sorry,
permission anyway.
Oh
Sorry,
my.
I want you to give us more context now.
Like, literally everyone else pokes him or, like, touches him with things, like Aaron. Ippos.
Epos doesn't really poke you.
You did, it was early on.
Only when he's trying to get your attention.
Yes.
He posted it once, and Silas got Silas will remember this tag.
Yeah, that's more like it. So, well then. Silas is gonna finish up, take this nut, and go back to the dorms. Sort of muse over it a little bit.
I mean, it doesn't actually look any different now that you've psychometry it. Actually, I lie a little bit. Did you get wet at all?
What do you mean?
Like in
Went
the
to the
bath?
bath.
Yeah, of course.
There's a few like green verdant sprouts that are like coming off of it, tiny little sprigs. But beyond that, it hasn't really changed much.
Alright then. Yeah.
So I imagine this is when the others return.
Welcome back, you three.
Hi. Hi. Yeah, hi.
Wolf,
Yeah.
here you go, he says as he...
Hey, what'd you do to my nut?
I did nothing. I just got a little wet as I was examining it in the bath.
Tap on the nut. Tap tap.
It doesn't sound hollow for one thing, but yeah, you can tap on the nut.